Hello, YouTube family. Vanessa here, aka Motivated Vision. Today, I want to talk about my journey on being a business owner, learning e-commerce, Printify, Etsy, and some of my handmade things. So I want to come here and talk about that, my journey, little of my struggle, a little of me learning and just figuring out things. So I'm usually on here doing my quotes and doing my poems and doing other things, but I'm a writer and I do like a lot of my handmade things. Like I do like my canvas signs, and I'm going to put more of that on here too. And a lot of my canvas signs are like things that I've wrote and they're handmade. I've been getting into a couple other handmade things, just figuring out where I want to be. And I also wanted to do like shirts and different things like that. But then I decided that I'm going to just do my handmade signs and like things like shirts and other stuff and cups and different stuff that I like to do. I'm going to do print on demand because it's easier. So I got into Printify and I use Canva, which I love because I am a creative person. I love creating. I love putting things together. I love seeing it. I love gifts and things like that. But I don't know a whole lot about business and, setting up a website. Printify, I'm learning how to maneuver around that, which I love it because, I feel like I got the openness to, I'm learning, how to have an e-commerce business and also creating. So I love Printify. I'm still figuring out. Etsy, I'm still figuring out Etsy. Even I do have an Etsy shop. I started putting my handmade things on there. I don't have a whole lot, but I'm adding as I go along. Learning how to maneuver around Etsy because I'm still trying to figure out Etsy because things like SEO and trends and things like that. I'm still figuring out that, but I like doing it. But lately, I have been thinking, okay, what direction do I want my shop to be in? What direction do I want my Etsy shop to be in? Do I just want it handmade? Do I want it print on demand? Or, do I start another shop or do I just want it both? So I decided to do both. I have some of my handmade things listed on Etsy, as I mentioned, and then I have my print on demand. Then I was like, okay, well, my brand is positivity, motivation, things like that. So that's the type of stuff like I want to get into. And I kind of, with my Etsy shop, I was like, okay, well, I know I have to be on trend with things and things like that, but I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to make what everybody else makes just because it's on trend, So I lately I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna change how I look at my Etsy shop. Why I love, like I say, I love creating and I love gift giving. So why don't I make my Etsy shop a gift shop? And I can still, follow trends and still be myself and still, put in my positive aspects of it and everything else. Um, then on Printify, I opened up a pop-up shop. So I was like, okay, I can do that and still like have a little of my other stuff in there, maybe not on trend, but my other stuff and just have both. And I'm just trying to figure out like, where I fit in because I know nothing about business, but I'm a very creative. I know about creativity and being an innovator and things like that and coming up with things that I got that down pat. But far as like, the analytics of it and the logistics of it, I'm learning that. I'm learning about taxes, and I'm learning about, like I say, SEOs and trends and things like that. Those things I'm learning about that. And, I want to get better at, and, I do as much as my homework as possible. I do as much as research as possible. I, try my best to, know how to look at trends and things like that. But I also, want to be myself too and put my creativity in there and, get better at everything and improve and just get better at it. And I say, hey, I'm gonna if I have to run two shops, fine, it's going to teach me because on one hand, I'm figuring that, okay, Etsy is, it's like a marketplace and the SEO and things like that. But then with my own pop-up shop, I have to bring in, my audience. So it's two different things. And then with Printify, with the pop-up shop, I'm figuring out the different things with that. Now, I'm like everybody else that I hear about the pop-up shop with Printify of the customization. Like I said, I'm a very creative person. I like to customize a whole lot of stuff. So I'm figuring that out. And I have just changed. I changed the way I look at things, and I changed the way, I view it. And I said to myself, okay, I am going to use, my social media platforms. I'm learning how to do that and, learning how to market and things like that and learning how to, sell and, put myself in it and, like I said, just how to set up things. Cause eventually one day, I want to have just my own shop but my problem is I'm all over the place sometimes, I got anxiety, I overthink, and I got ADHD. So I'm all over the place. So I have to narrow down and be like, okay, you can get into this, you can get into that, but narrow it down. Don't do too much and then overwhelm yourself. I know you want to get into this and I know you want to get into that, but, take it slow, baby steps. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking baby steps. So my Etsy shop is a gift shop and, it's me in it, my personality and everything else, but it's more of, gifts because people buy gifts all year round. And, you know, my inspirational and my faith-based stuff and stuff like that too. And then I have my pop-up shop. I'm going to link everything in the description box. Everything is going to be, if you want to follow the link, yes. I have here also I made two journals on through Canva, which I love Canva. Canva is every creative person's dream, and in paired with Printify, love them too because Printify is where I could just, have and make stuff and not have to have inventory. Love that. So these are one of my. It's a matte like hardcover journal. And I made a video about this before, but I want to like really get into it and really like show it off. I made this on Printify. You can see it. This quote, I wrote this quote. It says, "Building my wings one feather at a time." I picked the color out. I did the color of this graphic. It's, it has the lines in it. Here's the back of it. And it's like a matte material. I love it. Made it on Printify. I do sell this on my Etsy. And I also have another one here. I wrote this quote. I I created it. I picked out the color. This is also a matte like journal. And like I said, I'm a writer, so journals are my thing. And it has the lines in there. I love it. It's well made. Printify printed it out perfectly. This is the back. And I'm going to make more of these journals because I love making them. And I love like putting my quotes in them. Not all of them will have my quotes on there. I can put different graphics and stuff like that. But Printify, love this. They did it perfectly. They took my vision and made it a reality. So I love this. But like I say, I am on a journey. I'm on a journey of running my own business, e-commerce, learning, and, bringing my stuff to you guys. I know, like I talk about like a lot of my other stuff on here on my channel, but I want to talk about my business, and I want to talk about, my journey to being a business owner. And if anybody has any suggestions, please give me some, because I am brand new and I'm just learning and going along. But faith, I have faith and through God, I know I can do anything. But thank you guys for listening to me today. And like I always say, keep your mental healthy. This was Vanessa, aka Motivated Vision.